Good morning guys, Kris here, and welcome to day 2 of the European trip where we're taking the Polestar 2 all the way from Oslo, Norway down to Genoa in Italy, the Italian Riviera, the Mediterranean Ocean. We're starting here in Malmo. We're currently in my hotel room with this beautiful view from the 15th floor of the city, and the car is parked down there where we parked it yesterday, and hopefully it's close to fully charged. But when we parked it yesterday, the car was estimating we would be done charging at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's currently just before 7 in the morning, so crossing my fingers that we have something close to a full battery, because according to the app, it should be an 11 kilowatt charger. And today we're going for a long stint. We're going all the way to Stuttgart in Germany, and I've actually made a change to the route because initially we were going to do a ferry crossing from Denmark to Germany, but I changed it because I want to drive all the way. So today we're going almost 1,200 kilometers. That's why we're up now this early. So let's go ahead, find the car, and see how fully or not fully charged we are. Okay, the moment of truth, where we'll see how fully or not fully charged we are. So I'm so curious to find out. I'm just going to put that here against the car, and let's find out. We are only, look at that. We are only 70% charged. Okay, we have 299 kilometers of range left, but thankfully it is early in the morning, so we're just gonna get going and yeah, see how far we can go. I've written down all the Ionity chargers from here all the way down to Stuttgart on the motorway section where we're not taking a ferry today. So yeah, I'm pretty well prepared, so I don't think this is going to be a problem at all. We have now been on the road for a little more than an hour, guys, and listen to that. And look at those trees. It is super windy today. According to the wind map, we have winds of 9 to 10 meters per second today, and that means our consumption is super high, 27.6 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Yes, our average speed is high at 123 kilometers an hour because the speed limit here is 130. And I'm going, 140 plus on the speedometer, because going 10 above on the speedometer really isn't 10 in the real world. It's closer to like 2 or 3 kilometers at this speed. So I'm going 10 plus. But yeah, high consumption, high speed, high winds, and we are traveling westward now. So once we, start moving southward, I'm crossing my fingers that the consumption won't be too high, because initially we were navigated to Ionity in Fredrika, but yeah, we had no chance of getting there because of the high consumption. So now we're stopping at Ionity in Nyborg in about 23 minutes. And I initially planned 5 charging stops. That was with, 4 charging stops. And that was with, starting with 100%. We started with 70%. And this high consumption, yeah, really does ruin that plan. So if we're lucky, we will be able to do this trip with 5 charging stops, which still isn't bad, considering we are going 1,200 kilometers. Okay, here we are at our first exit for charging, Nyborg. And my God, it's so windy. We just crossed another bridge now, and it's super windy. And I was stressing with my card and payment, and then I Googled that I could actually use the auto pass, is it up here on the windshield somewhere? Should be. Oh, maybe this car doesn't have it. Okay, maybe. But yeah, I could use this for the toll roads, because it's pretty expensive here in Denmark. My God, that's nice to know. But yeah, okay, we are going over here to the first charging stop, which should be Ionity Nyborg, which is called, but yeah, next to Circle K. So I'm curious to see how many Circle K stations we're going to see in Europe? Are they as prevalent as they are in Norway and Sweden? And I didn't know they even had that many here in Denmark. But we'll just have to see. And they're next to McDonald's again. So is that some kind of cooperation, or is it just a coincidence that all these stations are placed in the same place? Okay, over here we have the Ionity chargers. And I'm suspecting that once we start traveling through Denmark and Europe, that these won't be as busy as other places. So let's do back up into this spot here. And okay. And guys, consumption is super high. My God, this consumption now. Look at this. I'm going to show you guys. We're actually here with 12%. The car was estimating 18%. 27.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And then because we've stopped at toll roads, we have a lower, average speed. And is it windy here? Yeah, it is a bit windy. So we're going to go out here and connect to a charger. Yeah, I do apologize, guys, that it is windy. And then let's go ahead and connect this. And then let's see. Swipe my card. Yes, please wait. Okay, payment accepted. And let's go ahead and just jump in the car because I don't want to, expose you guys to bad audio with wind. Okay, we had an error. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and do that again. Okay, and then I'll place it back. And then let's try that once again. Sometimes it is because if you don't hold the cable while communicating, because the communications is at the top of these Phoenix connectors, they sometimes fail. Okay, so just for a precaution, I can feel it start to vibrate, and yeah, this weather is really bad. I do apologize, guys. It is super windy now. But okay, let's hold this and hope that we will get the initializing here and that we will start to charge. Come on. Still yellow light. And come on. Sounds good. Okay, we are in the green, and then we're just gonna jump in. And then let's monitor the charging speed we do get. And because we are back at a DC charger, we will get that kilowatt readout. And yeah, 29. Okay, hopefully it will pick up. Okay. But yeah, traveling through Denmark was a little bit more expensive than I thought. But does this car have an auto pass? I have to check if it has that chip for passing the toll booths. If not, maybe I'm going to go the ferry route back to. It really depends, because 265 kroner Danish was about 350 Norwegian. And maybe the ferry would have been about the same price. I don't think we're going to meet any more, bridge crossings now, because some insane bridges. I mean, the Øresundbro was quite expensive, 465 Danish. Yeah, I don't know, is that like close to 600 Norwegian? That is insane. We have some insane, toll roads in Norway, but not like that. But we don't have insane crossings like that either. Okay, we are now up to 143 kilowatts. Okay, so we are at a decent speed now, and I think I'm going to just off camera see how much we're going to charge to, but I think we're going to go to about 80%, maybe 85, so we can get as far as possible on this charging session. Welcome to the Danish-German border in the middle of the woods, guys. No, I'm just kidding, but we're actually here charging at this charger here, and the weather is terrible. This is an EON charger and not an Ionity charger. And let me jump into the car and explain. We're next to the main road here, and it is very noisy. But yeah, they have two chargers here. There was a Tesla actually just charging here like a few minutes ago, so they have two of these ABB chargers, 175 kilowatts, and then they have a 50 kilowatt charger over there. And then That looks like to be an abandoned restaurant. Can you see that, guys, through the woods over there? Yeah, I'm gonna jump in the car. It's raining so bad. Woohoo! Okay, so what actually happened is that I'm trying to only go to Ionity chargers because it's easy for me to plan on the trip with the computers, with my computer, and then also, you know, I know that they are 350 kilowatt chargers, all of them. So I was going to go to this place called, let's see my notes here. It was called Autobahn. And then when I got there, they had just shut off the chargers, doing some maintenance, and I was like, what do I do? So what's nice with the Polestar 2 is that, yeah, I can just put, you know, a destination in here, and then I can add a charging stop, and then I can just, you know, find some chargers along the way. Let's see if we can add a charging stop here, and it will find a charging stop. But if sometimes there are, you know, options, so I can just choose one, and then I can scroll through them, and then I can see, you know, the speed of the charger. And then I luckily found this. So I just had to drive, I don't know, about 20 kilometers extra, and that's pretty nice because I actually charged a little bit too much. I did some wrong calculations at our last charging stop, so I charged more than I needed, but that came in handy now, because if I charged, you know, just enough, I may not have been able to go that extra 20 kilometers to go to this, to another 175 kilowatt charger. So me just stopping there and then, you know, checking the charger, doing a pit stop, and then hopping into the car, maybe I lost 5 minutes, but not a lot. So we arrived here with 14%, and I think we're gonna go to 80 because I want to go to the next Ionity charger, or a few Ionity chargers. There are like, there are at intervals of about 70 to 80 to 100 to 120 kilometers along the way, all the way to Stuttgart. So I'm hopping over a few, meaning, well, that's quite, you know, confidence inspiring, because if I, you know, run out of juice, or if I, you know, use too much electricity, I will be able to just stop and top up. But yeah, we're going now to about 80%. It should take maybe 35 minutes, and then I'll catch up with you guys when we get to the next charging stop. We are now on a de-restricted section of the Autobahn, but here in North Germany, between Denmark and Hamburg, is always so much traffic. I haven't driven here in maybe, I don't know, almost 20 years, since me and my dad drove to the south of Spain and south of France, but I remember it being so much traffic here. So hopefully we have a gap here soon, because I really do want to try VMAX with this Polestar. Now we have a gap. Okay, 155, and then let's smash the floor if that Volvo just doesn't go out. I think 210 is VMAX. Let's see what we can hit. 210, and it's really blowing. Yeah, 210. So yeah, it won't let us go quicker than 210, and then we have to brake because the cars up here are moving pretty slow. But yeah, there is a difference between 150 and 210. But yeah, VMAX, I mean, this car traveling on this trip, first off, you know, it's very windy, but it's quite quiet. I mean, these tires and the road noise isn't an issue in Denmark or in Sweden. No, in Sweden, in Germany, but in Sweden and in Norway, where we have much coarser asphalt, of course it makes much more noise. But here we're doing, I know this is 110, and barely any road noise at all. I mean, it's super impressive. And this car with these seats, I mean, it's so comfortable. We've been on the road for, I don't know, 3.5 hours, and yeah, I mean, they're so supportive and so comfortable, and I can adjust the lumbar support. And having this power on tap, this 408 horsepower electric powertrain, it's such a pleasure, because I can just mash the throttle. There's no engine noise. I mean, the car doesn't strain at all. It's such a relaxed cruiser at speed. It's awesome. We are now at our third charging stop here at Luneburger Heide. At the Ionity charger here, we arrived with 2%, and we're only going to go to 75% charge to get to the next charging station at Lutterburg, because we're not able to go to the one further past that. That is 183 kilometers away, and if we go to 75%, that should give us about 200 kilometers of range. with the speed we are going and the weather and the wind. Though the temperature has picked up, the wind is still strong. And you know, at the speeds we've been doing, we have been using about 28 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers because we have been going almost flat out in the de-restricted sections of the motorway to make up time, because we were sat in traffic in Hamburg for about 30 minutes, almost really slow moving traffic. Our average speed was down from 120 down to 112 kilometers per hour. So we have to try to make up that speed, meaning going faster and doing several charging sessions. So yeah, we're just going to go to 75% here, and I'll catch up with you guys at the next charging stop. Charging stop number 4 is at Ionity in Hodge, and hopefully this is our second to last charging stop, but it depends on the wind, the consumption, because it's still blowing a lot outside. Even though the temperature is up to 24 degrees, we at least have the temperature on our side. But we'll have to do one more, maybe 2 more, but it depends on the consumption. I'm going to give you guys a mid-trip update, or we're actually past mid-trip. We've actually covered 701 kilometers and we have 470 kilometers to go. We've been on the road for 6 hours and 20 minutes plus charging, which has been at 1 hour and 55 minutes, which is more than I estimated. So we are behind due to charging, and that is because we haven't been getting the maximum speed we should be getting from some of these Ionity chargers, like at our last charging session, which took 38 minutes to go from 2 to 69%. Yeah, that's too much, because our charging stop earlier, we went from 12 to 79 in 36 minutes. So we shouldn't have been charging that far. And I saw the speed, we weren't getting, you know, our peak speed. But okay. Consumption though, 27.9 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And it's that high because I've been trying to make up speed in the de-restricted sections. I've been going basically flat out VMAX. And our average speed is actually now up to 114 kilowatts. So we've actually been able to make up some of that speed. So we'll have to, you know, keep on going at higher speeds, and hopefully the traffic will clear up. There's been so much traffic. I mean, there's been so much construction that is to be expected, you know, in Germany in July. But yeah, it's been flowing nicely, but you know, it's been giving us a penalty on our charging. So we're going to go here to 85%, and then we're going to go 210 kilometers to Eichensel, which is our next charging stop. By the look of it, we have to do yet another charging stop. This is charging stop number 5. We arrived here with 1%, and we're going to go to 85% before we go to the last charging stop, only 41 kilometers away from the hotel. That will be a pit stop, a short stop, and maybe we'll just top up because, you know, we don't want to experience the same trouble we had with the slow charger close to the hotel that we had this morning, where we weren't able to leave with a full battery, because yeah, I want to leave with a full battery. So maybe, you know, we'll charge just a little bit more. But the reason we've spent so much juice now, consumption's now up to almost 29 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, is because the last hour or 1.5 hours have been spectacular curvy sections of Autobahn with the de-restricted sections, and I was racing with this Audi S4 for the longest time. It was really funny. So I was first in front of him, and I just, you know, gave it the pedal to the metal, and then he was just, you know, just barely keeping up, and then I let him pass, and then I could just keep up with him, even though, yeah, all the way up to 210 kilometers an hour, but above that, you know, we hit VMAX and he can go a little bit faster, but we didn't go much faster than that. And then there was this Volkswagen Passat that was racing. I don't know, he was just always in my mirror. And then when we, you know, gave the pedal to the metal, we just went, and then we hit some traffic, and then he just came flying after a minute or so. But yeah, okay. So I haven't eaten since this morning, so I'm gonna find something to eat somewhere. I don't know, they have a lot of stores around here, and then charge to 85% so we can get to the next charging station, which is 220 kilometers. And yeah, we've been able to go about 200 to 220 kilometers between charges, charging up to around 80-85%, because yeah, going VMAX is really, yeah, that's thirsty. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys at our next charging stop, or actually, you know, I'm just gonna skip filming the next charging stop and just show you guys some B-roll when we get to the hotel. So I'll see you guys when we get to the hotel actually. Are finally here at our destination in Stuttgart after almost 14 hours on the road. We arrived here just before 9 o'clock in the evening and we left just past 7 this morning. 6 charging stops, a total charging time of 3.5 hours, and yeah, 10 hours driving without charging. Average speed 117 kilometers per hour. In average consumption 29.0 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. I mean, that is insane, that consumption. I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And the reason for that is that we had so much traffic, we had construction, you know, we were stuck through that traffic jam through Hamburg, and you know, constant acceleration, keeping up with traffic in Germany. Yeah, that really does eat into consumption and going VMAX. So hopefully tomorrow will be a day of more normal consumption, going more at a stable speed, because you know the killer of today is braking, accelerating, and going VMAX. That really kills the consumption. So yeah, and guys, I plugged to the charger here. Super easy. It was where it was supposed to be. Connected the cable, swiped my card, and we were charging within, I don't know, 20 seconds. And the car is showing that we will be fully charged at 6 o'clock tomorrow. So yeah, that is pretty awesome. This charger is much quicker than the one in Malmo. So yeah, so tomorrow is going to be an awesome day, because tomorrow we're actually arriving at our final destination, or our turnaround point in Genova, Italy. I can't wait to finally go to the Mediterranean Ocean, guys. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below, and for more car content, as always guys, please subscribe. See you guys later, and goodbye.